Recording?
Okay, let's do this.
We good?
Yep, go.
Right.
Hi, I'm Let. I'll be your counselor for the next 15 minutes for you today. So let's get started. What brings you in here? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, but I just got some questions in my life right now that I'm kind of uneasy about, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, what brings me here today is just I'm kind of indecision right now about where I want to go career-wise, and I'm almost done with college here. I'm going to be graduating in December, and I guess it's just kind of scary to be entering the real world, so to speak. And,
Right.
yeah, and not knowing exactly what I'm going to be doing after I graduate.
So, what are your plans? What would be, I guess, the ideal situation for you?
An ideal situation in a perfect world would be that I graduate and start looking for jobs and get one right away, but I don't even know what I want to be doing. So
Right, okay.
it's kind of interesting. Where do I want to plug in immediately after? And right now, I guess I'm kind of just in a place where I haven't really made an effort towards anything yet. So I'm trying to get my CEDC, and I'm not really sure if I want to be doing that. I know I'm getting my SAP accreditation, that's for sure, but the CEDC is kind of like an afterthought, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now I'm trying to find some places that I could volunteer at, but it seems like everywhere I call up and ask, they're either not taking people or don't return phone calls or anything. It's
Okay.
frustrating.
So you're saying, you're a little concerned about, where you're going to be, probably in the near future as well as, after college.
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. Okay, so that's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying that you're not exactly sure, what steps you want to take?
Yeah, as you could probably tell from my concerns, I'm kind of up in the air about everything right now, and I'm just not exactly sure where I'm headed career-wise or anything. I'm just indecisive, I guess, at this point.
Okay, and what do you think about, your past years? Have they, led up pretty well to what you want to be, or?
In terms of a college experience, they've been really good. I have a part-time job working at a concert venue, and I have extracurricular activity that I'm doing in a music group, and so I'm really busy all the time, but I just haven't really made a step forward towards what I'm going to be doing career-wise. I don't have any volunteer experience or anything. I just have this part-time job that I've been doing for about a year now.
Okay, so it seems like you're pretty productive as far as, you're staying active, which is really good, for, especially being a senior, that's what grad schools are looking for. But you just feel like you're not doing exactly the right thing?
Yeah, I just don't know exactly where I'm going to be plugging in to,
Okay.
There's kind of I'm going down a general path, and I'm getting my degree in sociology, but I just don't know exactly what I want to do with that. If I want to, I'm probably not going to go to, I do want to go to grad school, but I don't think it's going to be in the near future, maybe 5 years down the road or something. I want to get a little bit more experience under my belt.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just kind of indecisive about where I want to go with this degree.
Okay. So, what's your idea of, following what you want to do? Are you, I guess, do you describe yourself as the type of person who, wants to follow, what he really likes to do, or, are you more focused on, the end result and, not super concerned about, what you like right at the moment?
I would consider myself wanting to do something that I enjoy doing as a career, as opposed to the money aspect of it or whatever. But obviously that's a concern. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's something that I want to do something that I enjoy.
Sure, and that's a lot harder, because I see a lot of people who just focus on the end result, and kind of for the money, it's definitely a lot, more difficult to find something that you really, really enjoy doing. You said you're volunteering a lot.
I'm not volunteering right now. I've like called some places and like tried to get my foot in somewhere,
Okay.
anywhere. Like Looking Glass is a place that I've called up, and other just services like that. Like kind of trying to feel out my CEDC. I don't know. I've had in my mind that I want to be a social worker for the past couple of years, and so I guess like I view like counseling as kind of a stepping stone to that.
Okay.
But I also like could see myself being like a teacher or something. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
So you feel, pretty confused about, there are so many things that you feel like you could do that you would enjoy, but you just want to find, that the one, the thing that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what you do like to do. What are you looking into?
Well, what's really attracted me about the SAP program is like, I don't know, it just all makes sense to me, like addiction especially, and like how drugs work and stuff. And I guess that's like really drawn me in,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's why like I feel like I could do it, but I don't know, I guess I'm like a little unconfident too about my like skills or whatever, and lack of experience, but yeah, I've always been told that I was like kind of like a people person, that I could do something with high personal interaction, but just where do I go from here? That's just,
Right.
I guess I'm not like worried about like I know I'm gonna be fine, but it's just right now it's like, where do I go from here?
Right. So you mentioned before, this stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're laying out a bunch of them right now. You said you were calling up like the volunteer places, and yeah, there just seems to be like a lot of options that you're considering right now. So could you elaborate more on just just what you said before about people telling you what you're good at? How does that make you feel? Like, do you feel even more confused hearing that, or?
It doesn't make me more confused in the sense that like I'm going the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't know like where I'm going with it. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I can't really elaborate much more on that.
Okay. So. So if there wasn't any sort of, I guess, constraint, as far as like maybe time, maybe you feel crunched by time, or or even money. Grad school takes a lot of money. You want to make sure that it's the right one.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be doing right now?
What would I be doing right now?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like?
Well, So, okay, just to summarize here, so you're feeling worried about, what you're going to do next, especially since it's your senior year, and you're not exactly sure, what you want to do. You're really active about, finding out, what you're going to do next, so that's really good. Tell me more about, just, that confusion. Can you, just elaborate more on how you feel about the next year?
Yeah, I guess this next year, it's my last year in school, graduating in December. and I just want it to be. I'm kind of doing kind of easy schedule. Like I could probably graduate in the fall, but I'm just kind of taking it at a slower pace, not having to do like 18 credits, 19 credits, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing a little laid back, and I want to get a little bit more. I want to get experience in any type of field. You know, just like anything that kind of applies in like my trajectory. What I feel is my trajectory, and which is like towards social work or something like that. And so I already have like so much like classes taken for SAP already, and I'm getting my accreditation and looking at the CADC. And so I guess what I'm looking at doing is just getting more like those volunteer hours and unpaid hours. I'd like to do that, I think. And I guess just my challenge now is like finding a place. But I've been knocking, not literally, but knocking on doors, and nobody's answering quite yet, you know. And I guess it's a little discouraging. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
So if one of the places, you know, accepted you or, you know, called back, knocked back, would you be willing to take the job, you know, right then and there? Or?
Yes, I do have some like constraints as well. Besides my school schedule, and I'd probably drop my part-time job if this happened, because I'm in an a cappella group, and we rehearse for like 10 hours a week, and we go to out of town like every weekend, and it's just really busy. And sometimes those hours can be unpredictable, and like although we do schedule out our stuff, it's still kind of hard with that constraint. And so I think I would have to take it at a kind of a slow pace, you know, like maybe like 10 hours a week at volunteering or something like that.
Right, just transition in.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you know what? This gives us a really good start for next week. I appreciate you, you know, sharing your feelings and concerns about, you know, the near future, and let's get you scheduled for your next appointment.
All right, great.